Hi guys, this is like one of those quiet days. I came by to visit my folks, and I just want to just look at the car, motivating just to watch it, look at it, plan, see what else I have to get done, trying to get everything mechanically sound before I start doing anything cosmetically. As you can see, she's a little bit rougher around the edges, in regards to the paint and the wheels and a little rust in the corner there, and some other spots that I was surprised to see rust at, but it's a project, that's what it's for. Anyway, let's look inside here. Gotta replace the struts because they ain't holding up nothing, and I don't have a hood prop, so I'm gonna do that. I did clean this kind of, like I sprayed it down. I didn't want to spray too much with all the electrical components before I put the engine back in, because it doesn't make sense, since the engine looking nice and crispy, to put the engine back in with this engine bay looking crazy. So I might just kind of like clean it up again, spray it down, maybe paint parts. I'm not going to try to paint the whole engine bay. Like I said 1,000 times, this is not a show car. This is just something for me to have fun and drive. Trying to mess around with that, clean that up a little bit, and just make the bay look a little bit better, because I don't feel like going through the hassle of taking out all this stuff, even though some of these things just hanging on the side, taking all these things out and painting over this stuff and having to get all pretty. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just want the car to run, look fairly decent, and be okay. We got the compressor here, I don't know what the heck that is. The alternator and other pulleys, the power steering pulley. Actually, I have a new power steering reservoir. Got to change that. Got some new hoses as well because it's weeping. I mean, I'm proud of myself. I ain't toot my own horn, but I'm proud of the progress that I made and the fact that I'm, taking on this challenge of doing it. But that's the front of the vehicle. What the heck is that? Oh, that's that stupid thing here. Okay, as we move along to the side, here is the car. As you can see, it's cardinal red interior. The car is blue. Now, when I bought the car from the guy, this is how the seat was. So this driver's seat is, as you can see, like he sat on it and crushed it, and it's like broken. Even funny story, when I was driving the car home, I ripped my pants because there's a spring sticking out the seat. So my plan is to either replace these two front seats or see if I can get this seat rebuilt. Meaning that I think there's a part on the frame that got broken, and I'm hoping that maybe an upholstery shop can probably weld it back together and then stitch back up the seat. You know what I mean? The color is not a bad color to me. I don't think it's like very like obnoxious. Looks alright to me personally. Will I change it up? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That is an expensive job to change up seats. Even though my mom and my dad, they did it in the past with my dad's van, and my mom is a seamstress and very skilled, and of course I will help obviously, but I'm okay with this. For the most part, the rest of the seats are in okay shape. The actual power buttons work, at least for that one. This one is, like I'm saying, perpetual gangster lean. The back seat is cool. Has a little slight rip in there, but that's okay. The dash is cracked, but it's a 30-something-year-old car, so what you expect. But I'm planning, maybe when I get into the cosmetic aesthetic mode, to take the dash off and flock the dash, which is like, I'm gonna fix all these cracks, and then I'm gonna get that kind of it feels like suede, but you kind of like, you put that glue on and you kind of flock it with that kind of like blackish kind of Alcantara powder on the car, and put it on there and have it get that kind of nice texture. You see it in a lot of rally cars and stuff like that, and it's probably do that and leave it as that. It depends though, because that's gonna kind of be like really blackish, and the rest of the car's interior doesn't really have all that stuff like that, but we'll see. Headliner, I saw a video, it's hard to take off the headliner because I think you have to take out this, because it's like inside of here and all that stuff like that. So I ain't really trying to get all pit my ride-ish with this joint. 2 pedals, soon to be 3 pedals. You know what I mean? All the other components in here. I mean, for the most part, when I was driving it, most of the gauges and stuff like that was working. I have to really dig deep once I get the car kind of together and it starts and is running, to really look at what's going on, to make sure everything's straight. Let's get a better view in here. Look at the back seat, a little dirty because I had like some car parts in here. But you know, speakers in there, still in there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to do a nice little sound system, something simple. You know, I ain't trying to blow my eardrums out. I'm just trying to, you know, have something nice. Automatic, soon to be manual. All right, so we want to change that out soon. Glove box, my hoodies that I was using when I was working in here, and everything like that. A little diagnostic port. Sunroof does work, so that's good. I hope there's no rust under the floor. Oh my god, but I don't think so. I mean, I saw a little bit of something underneath the car when I was pulling the engine, but it wasn't nothing crazy. But you know, still, like, you know, something to be a little concerned about. As I was saying, here's the back seat. Like I said, it was fairly clean, you know what I'm saying? And when I had the car, I didn't really give it a real cleaning. Okay, it still got like some of the papers of the dude who had the car in the side trays. So there you go, boom. I think this comes down, you know what I'm saying? Look at that, yeah, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of moss and mold in here. Clean that up a little bit, but you know, everything looking all right. Okay, got an umbrella in the back. Let's get a look at the side profile. I know a lot of people hate this body style. I like it, man. It reminds me similarly to my first car. My family and friends who know my first car, they know. And actually the same color, except for the interior. Same ice bluish kind of color, whatever this blue is. But it's cool. I hate the diving board bumpers, these US spec bumpers, but you know what I mean? I could tuck them, and I probably will do that, because to do a Euro conversion is expensive, and I'm not a welder or a body man, and I don't want to like butcher this joint. Close the trunk, you know, it's parts in the trunk, whatever. Thinking about putting some louvers in the back, but I don't know. I might just keep it plain glass. This side. Style 32 wheels. I think they fit the car way better than those other stock joints that they be having. A little ding in the door here. Like I said, another show car. Probably gonna paint this black. Not sure why that blue tape was there. Probably was leaking a little bit, but you buy weather stripping for that. Wheels, probably get them stripped. I was thinking about going black, but I asked some of my friends and family, and they was like, nah, keep it natural. And I'm probably gonna just strip it and go like kind of like a silverish kind of color. Keep it that color. Diving board bumpers in the front. Probably gonna push them in too, as far as tucking them, and then I want to get a rear valance, not a rear valance, a front valance at the bottom here to go right here. Mosquitoes are tearing me up. Get a nice front valance in the front. You know what I'm saying? Give it a nice little look to it, so this don't look like it's like buck tooth. It don't look like that. You know what I mean? Have a little something else with it. The grill, I'm gonna black these out. You know it's faded, so I'm gonna paint those and black those out. Headlights look to be all right. I have to double. I think when I checked the car when I was driving it, headlights did work. Keeping the center grille silver. I'm not gonna black that out, but I'm gonna black the inserts. Maybe I might black this out, but I'm gonna definitely blacking these out. This is definitely getting blacked out. Nice black. Might leave this alone and see, but that'll be that. Now let's go over here to the parts. Like I said, today was a chill day. Let's just say hello to my family. So this is the kit that I bought from a dude in the Facebook group in regards to the manual swap. So you got some components I'm not 100% sure about, but some of them I do know. So this is the bracket with the pedal assembly. So you got the brake and the clutch pedal. This bolts into the firewall. Master cylinder bolts in around here that attaches to the clutch, and you got these sensors here and that. So I see some videos where they'll take this bracket apart and take the pedals off and put it on the one that's currently in the car. I might do that because I don't know if I have provisions for these two switches here, so I'm not gonna waste my time with that if I don't have to. This is the Guivo, the transmission brace, a slave cylinder. I got a brand new one of these, so I don't need that. This is from the master cylinder to the reservoir in the car. And this is another gas pedal, but I have one, so I probably won't use this. And these are the bolts for the flywheel, and I guess transmission bolts. So that's a good thing to have. So that's the first box. Second little box is the flywheel. Here is the flywheel. I'm assuming this is a dual mask because it's heavy and it's big, so please don't rip me because I don't know the terminology, but whatever. It seems to be okay. I'm gonna get it resurfaced because it's mad dust and rust on it, but it being exposed and have hot spots on it and yada yada yada. And I have, I guess, pressure plate, not pressure plate, clutch, whatever that thing, clutch and pressure plate stuff, bolts, so I'm good. All right, here's the transmission. Got the transmission here, my shifter linkage. I gotta worry about where these go. I might spray this down a little bit, a little bit rusty, but you don't see it, but might as well make it look a little nice. Shifter linkage that goes here. The drive shafts for the manual. I'm gonna have to replace that bushing here, that center support joint. I'm gonna have to replace that. That joint is yoked up and it got mad play in it, so I really want that. The guy I think jerked me. There's no throwout bearing in here, so I gotta get that. But at least he got the, I guess that's a fork and a clip for it, so that's cool. But there's no throwout bearing, which is kind of pissing me off. He didn't have the throwout bearing and he didn't have the master cylinder. So, you know what I mean? I paid good money for this. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, there it is, man. There it is. Like I said, it's like about 70 something degrees today. Tomorrow I'm gonna come back here and continue working on the engine, getting that situated. I'm gonna go in the bay. I want to clean up some stuff in the bay, re-zip tie some things to make it look more, coherent, as opposed to looking all over the place. I believe the guy who had this car before me, he had plans to do a lot of stuff, but I don't know. He said he was moving. I'm not saying he wasn't, but he probably didn't want to tackle this stuff himself, and he kind of just left some of the parts in the car and said, yo, I'm done. And like I said, I did see some surprise rust underneath the car that I'm not too thrilled about. It's not no Flintstone joint, but I don't want it to get to that level. So I have a family member who knows somebody who's like a body man. So I want to try to see how much it will cost, because there's a little hole in the trunk too, like where the wheel well is. Not wheel well, where the spare tire goes. It's like a little small, like maybe like a 2 to 3 inch hole. That the guy told me that he's gonna get all that stuff fixed for like $200 when he took it to a body shop in Jersey. So I'm hoping that I can find somebody to help me do that, and just get the car looking great. I would love to paint it, but paint is expensive as well. But I'm not against it, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, this is my little girl right here, man. I don't know what I should name it. Some people name their vehicles. I don't know what I should name it. The guy where I bought it from, he named it Gretchen. But I don't know. I don't think it's a Gretchen, I don't think so. I want to come up with something cool. Anyway, that's it.